And now that we have talked with the founders of European Women's Academy, how it all started, I think it's okay to ask from the first student as well, how was it? So welcome, Bettina, alumni 2016. Thank you very much for being able to join us. I know your life is pretty busy.
Hello, Annika. It's a great pleasure to be with you, to see you again, and to talk to you again, and maybe virtually meet all the wonderful women and other people who supported EWA.
Where are you at the moment? Are you at home or at the parliament, or where are you exactly?
No, I'm in my office in one of the parliamentary buildings close to the Bundestag, and we just had I had to put my card in a ballot box because we are still working this week and next week. We are doing the budget for next year, which is a pretty tough thing to do in times of COVID-19.
Oh, absolutely. So you were part of the 2016 European Women's Academy, which back then was the very first time we did it. And it was kind of a pilot project. We didn't actually know what will it continue or not. So kind of few words, how was it for you when you now look back to it? Because it's almost 5 years.
Well, like you, I stumbled into it without really knowing what it was all about, but it was a real game changer for my political career, because it was roughly a year before the German elections. And well, I made it into Bundestag, and part of on my way, a big building block was the European Women's Academy, the teaching, the coaching, and the wonderful women I met. And we are still in contact, not enough, but we still follow each other and see what we are doing.
Is there anything specific that you remember from these sessions that we had? Maybe something fun, or maybe something you really feel like this was very important, what you learned?
Yes, you have these torchlight memories, right? So I still remember a few sentences word by word. For example, when we had the speech training, when I learned that 80% is the impression you give to people, the way people perceive you, if they like you, if you show emotions, and if you stand up for what you say. And only 20% is content, because I spend so much time on content, but I know that I have to be convincing. And the memory that was really, I think, fun for all of us. We arrived at the airport, and there was a camera team asking us, so you're here for a conference. What do you want to be in your life? And well, I said I want to be the first female finance minister in Germany. And well, I still have a challenge. I still have a goal.
That's really nice to hear. Do you also remember on a first session, I asked each of you to first say what's your dream job in politics? And secondly, I asked you to describe yourself with one word. Do you remember what was that word?
Yeah. I remember the setting we had. We were all sitting in a circle setting, and it was really great to learn about the other women. And I said spring.
Yes, you said spring. I was just looking at those photos yesterday, and I found it. So it's especially important that you also remember it. And you look like spring right now as well, because it seems like sun is shining where you are. Can't say about that today. In Estonia. Okay, but another topic I wanted to just briefly touch with you is that now you're also a member of board at Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Freedom, who has been one of the founding organizations and with us all the way. So what is your kind of view from this position, that why is it important that Naumann Foundation is involved in this?
Women's rights are human rights, and we see it all over, the country, in my country, and I think in all other countries. Women are not represented enough in society, in economy, and in politics. and Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Freedom, like other liberal foundations in Europe that joined together also to actually make EWA possible. We see it as our task to help women to gain the experience, to get the support and have the network in place to go along their way, because we have wonderful women in all countries. I see it as part of my now contribution of Friedrich Naumann Foundation contribution to help other women. And we're happy to work with such wonderful trainers and coaches that makes that possible.
Thank you for that. And please send our thank you to all the other decision makers at Naumann Foundation so that they will continue this journey with us. But there's actually an award that I would like to give you today. It's a symbolic award, comes from my heart. And the reason for that is that you are from the 2016 alumni who has been giving the kind of word forward after that each year to the next classes. And I really want to thank you for that. You have taken the effort every time to travel to in the middle of sometimes even nowhere. And I even remember one trip with you in a car in Bulgaria when you were so tired, but you told me that, you know, whenever, wherever, I will come. I want to thank you for that.
Well, let me say one thing. I remember that trip to Bulgaria, and I remember coming very tiredly at night into the room, and I met these wonderful women, and that boosted my energy. So we take something back from each time we can be at your session. So please invite all of us whenever you can.
We'll do that. Thank you for your time today. And just for one last thought, I would ask you your advice to all the women in politics. Like, what is it that's the most important that you need to have to make it and stay there?
Annika, I think it's to understand that the rules we play by, they are made by men. And we can try and we can learn to live with these rules, but sometimes you have this, you feel disappointed. Don't do that. Stand up again. You are a wonderful person. You have an opinion. You are strong. You can do it. And we change the rules that we have equal chances for men and women.
Bettina, thank you for that. And we will continue now with next alumni speakers.
Thank you, Annika, and have a wonderful time.